Imagine this for a moment. You're planting a money tree, watering it daily, protecting it from storms, giving it sunlight. And just when it's about to grow big enough to produce fruits for life, someone quietly cuts the roots. Now here's the shocking twist. That someone is you, and the knife you're unknowingly using is your expenses. What if I told you that it's not low income that destroys wealth for most people, but the invisible leakages they never notice? And what if I told you that the real cost of your daily lifestyle is not what you pay today, but what you lose forever? In this video, you're going to discover 10 surprising money traps, psychological, cultural, emotional, and invisible, that quietly murder your long-term compounding. Some of these points you've never heard before, and one point later in the video is so counterintuitive that most wealthy people never reveal it. If you're ready to break through barriers and achieve greatness, hit that subscribe button. We're here to support your journey to success. Let's begin. Number 1. The seduction cost. Why small, harmless purchases aren't harmless at all. Every time you buy something small to make yourself feel good, you're not just spending money. You're trading away future equity growth without realizing it. The human brain is wired to underestimate the long-term cost of micro-expenses. Psychologists call this denomination neglect, which means your mind treats small purchases as irrelevant, even though compounding treats them like gold. People use small purchases as emotional anesthesia, a psychological way to soothe discomfort or boredom. But here's the twist. The short-term comfort kills long-term freedom. If every tiny expense today steals a massive chunk of your tomorrow, who actually wins, your future self or your impulse? The answer is simple. Your future self loses every time. A better approach is to assign every dollar a growth identity. Instead of seeing it as money leaving your wallet, see it as money entering your retirement portfolio, dividend income stream, or long-term investment account. If small expenses destroy compounding quietly, the next point will reveal an expense that destroys it violently, and almost nobody talks about it. Number 2. The lifestyle tax, the silent killer that grows faster than your income. There's a hidden tax you pay, not to the government but to your own ego. It's called lifestyle inflation, and it grows faster than your salary, your investments, and even your ambitions. When people get a raise, they don't increase investments, they upgrade lifestyle. They buy a more expensive phone, upgrade to a bigger car, shift to a costlier apartment, or start dining out more. And worst of all, they justify it. But here's the brutal truth. Every lifestyle upgrade has a recurring cost, and recurring costs are the enemies of compounding. That new $800 monthly car payment? That's not 800s. At an 8% return rate, it's nearly $340,000 of lost future wealth. Most people make the mistake of assuming lifestyle upgrades represent progress. But real financial progress comes from increasing net worth, not increasing expenses. Wealth is measured in how much you keep, not how much you spend. Are you upgrading because your needs grew or because your ego did? You know the answer. Number 3. The convenience trap, paying extra for saving time. You never use. We live in an era where people spend money not for value but for convenience. Express delivery, ride upgrades, subscriptions, meal apps, premium apps, and automated luxuries. The tragedy? People are buying convenience, yet wasting the time they're paying to save. Most people order a 12 meal delivery instead of cooking, not because they're busy, but because they feel lazy. They pay extra for express shipping but scroll for hours instead of using that saved time productively. Convenience is no problem, but convenience used without purpose is the most expensive luxury. And here's the shocking fact. The average person loses over $2,700 a year in unnecessary convenience expenses. But the compounding loss, at an 8% annual growth rate, that's $335,000 gone from your long-term wealth. Number 4. The identity expense, buying things to feel like a certain kind of person. One of the least discussed money traps is identity-driven spending. People buy certain brands, cars, clothes, gadgets, and lifestyles not because they need them, but because it represents who they want to be. Most people make the mistake of confusing identity with image. Wealthy people don't spend to look rich, they invest to become rich. Identity spending kills compounding because it forces recurring upgrades. Once your identity upgrades, your expenses must match it every month. And every unnecessary dollar spent today steals potential growth from blue-chip stocks, high-yield ETFs, S&P 500 index funds, REITs, and dividend income streams. Ask yourself, who are you trying to impress, others or the future wealthy version of yourself? If the answer is others, compounding dies instantly. The transformation begins when you shift identity from "I want to look successful" to "I want to grow successful." Number 5. The emotional leak. Spending to escape feelings instead of solving problems. People don't just spend money. They spend emotions. Stress spending, boredom spending, loneliness spending, reward spending, anxiety spending. Over 62% of people admitted that their most unnecessary expenses were emotional, not logical. The mistake most people make is assuming money solves discomfort. But emotional spending becomes a pattern, and patterns become lifestyle, and lifestyle becomes destiny. Emotional spending spikes dopamine, but the dopamine drops instantly, so the brain chases more. You don't buy because you want things. You buy because you want feelings. Here's the question that breaks the cycle. Are you buying the item, or are you buying a temporary escape from your emotions? You already know the truth. Instead, redirect emotional moments toward productive actions, journaling, walking, texting a friend, or researching investments. Over time, the brain rewires itself to separate emotions from spending. Number 6. The celebration trap. Cultural spending that pretends to be love. Across cultures, people overspend on weddings, birthdays, festivals, anniversaries, and celebrations, not because they must, but because society expects it. The tragedy? People enter debt to impress people who won't remember the event a month later. Most people confuse celebration with cost. They assume love must be expressed through bigger gifts, bigger parties, and bigger expenses. But here's the truth. The size of the celebration does not equal the size of your love. The psychology behind this is social validation theory. People seek approval from their community and fear judgment. But judgment doesn't build wealth. Compounding does. A better route is intentional spending. Celebrate meaningfully, not expensively. Redirect saved money into long-term investments like index funds, growth stocks, or retirement portfolios. Number 7. The career delay cost. Not investing in skills because they feel expensive. People hesitate to invest in courses, skill programs, certifications, books, or market education, thinking they're too expensive. But here's the paradox. Not improving your skills costs more than any course ever will. If a person's earning potential increases by even $300 a month due to a new skill, but most people reject skill investment because the cost happens today, while the reward feels invisible. The psychological trap is present bias. The brain gives extreme importance to the now and ignores the future, exactly how compounding falls apart. Investing in skills increases your value in the job market, improves your income streams, and accelerates your wealth-building curve. High-income skills create cash flow, which feeds investments, which feed compounding. Number 8. The procrastination penalty. The most expensive cost in the world. The most dangerous expense is not what you spend, it's what you delay. Procrastination is the world's highest interest expense. Every year you delay investing, you lose exponential growth. Most people mistakenly believe they'll start investing when income increases. But compounding doesn't reward high earners. It rewards early starters. The psychological root is fear of imperfection. People think they must learn everything before they begin. But perfection is a trick your mind uses to delay your future wealth. Here's the question that ends the cycle. If not now, when? And if not you, who? Starting early, even with small amounts, activates compounding, passive income growth, equity appreciation, and long-term financial freedom. I'm dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through right knowledge. If this video resonated with you, like it, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe for more wisdom. If you're curious about benefits of looking poor, that's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.